Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. Today is April 2nd, 2025. This is a vlog and also update for all the trees and especially the tropical trees that I planted last year. I'm in San Francisco Zone 10A/9B. I'm actually borderline between these two zones. Across the street, my neighbor is actually Zone 10A, but I'm fell into Zone 9B. Anyway, so last year I planted several tropical trees and they're all doing pretty well. So let's do a quick update. If you like these type of video, and please like, subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated on my progress. Today's video is probably a little bit long, so I put down some index. You guys can jump into the section that you're interested to look at. Alright, first tree that we're gonna take a look is this Sweetheat Lychee tree I planted last year. It just arrived at the winter. We only have light frost this year, nothing serious, but you know, as expected, they're pretty sensitive to cold. I do have some frost damage. Look at the brown leaves here and there. Last year it does grow a lot of leaves. It's pretty amazingly, at some point in the late summertime it grew a lot of leaves, but it did not branching out as much as I like. I think overall it grew at about less than 8 inch. I'm just happy that it really survived the Zone 10A 9B climate. And as you can see here, it started to have some green spout coming out from the trunk. A little bit lower than I like to see it, but if it's branching out, I'm happy. Yeah, I have not protected putting in any cover and anything for the winter, and it's, you know, survived very nicely. Alright, moving on to the next tree. This is my Lisa Atemoya. It grew a lot last year. It gained height. The tree trunk also become thicker. What is amazing is that I have no idea what type of woodstock they grabbed this Lisa Atemoya on, but last year from the woodstock it grew a thick branch coming out. My guess is some kind of Cherimoya seedling as the woodstock, and it grew vigorously. So I take advantage of that. I trim it off and I grabbed it. African Pride AP Atemoya on it, and nice, look at that, started to spout out. So the grab is high chance of success here. As a backup, I also grab the second piece onto this Lisa Atemoya branch. It's also sprouting out. Hopefully you guys can see it. And last year on the update, I showed you guys that I trimmed it, all the flowers last year, so no fruit. But this year I like to see if it's able to have fruit. As you can see, hopefully going to focus. There you go. I have flower bud, several of them, probably more gonna come out. So if I can get one fruit, it will be really awesome. And you know, Cherimoya Atemoya seems to be doing really well in the Zone 10A 9B climate. No frost damage. I manually stripped all the old leaves though before right around winter time, and it come back strong. Beautiful tree. Can't wait to have the fruit. Alright, on to the next one. Next to my Cherimoya Atemoya tree is the Manila Mango. Did not grow as vigorously as I really hope it can be. It did grow tall, but did not branch it out last year. And you know, this tree I ordered online, sent it to me, one of the branches It's kind of crooked sideways. Hopefully they will have some branches coming out from lower area soon. I might have to do something about it, or maybe I grab something onto it. And all in all, it's a slow growth tree. It did put out some grow, almost 1 feet high, and it has a lot of young leaves coming out. Now it's in the springtime, as you can see. It started to have a lot of sprouting coming out. That is quite encouraging. I do not feel like, well, the trunk may be growth a little bit, not too much. It's a little bit slower than I like to see, but I guess we're still many years away. But I'm happy that it survives the winter. Last year winter is not so bad. It's not that cold. A little bit damaged, not too much actually. In the winter time, all in all, it's quite healthy. Hopefully, we'll have more branch. Oh, actually, look at that. I do have little branches coming up there, but it's on this odd end of the branch. Alright, so many years before we have fruits, so we'll keep you guys updated on this guy. Well, here comes my favorite, the Kohala Longan. Look how beautiful this guy grows. It is putting out a lot of grow, a lot of height. It's growing almost at least like 16 inch or 2 feet from last year, and branching out rigorously. In my opinion, I mean, given this is a tropical tree, look at this new growth coming out. It's beautiful, and these are new branch, by the way, from last year. It started to push out new leaves, and you see those pink little thing? They are the flowers. I have flowers again. Like last year I have flowers, but I have them removed because I really like to grow a tree. But this year I might just let it, you know, if they successfully fruiting, I might let it keep a few of them just to satisfy my curiosity of the taste. Well, I already know the taste is very good, but just for the heck of it, right? It'll be fun to just have some fruit. All in all, this tree is exceptionally well. No sign of any frost damage. These are just old leaves that's waiting to fall. The color is kind of pale, not as green, and they come out in summer, but I think they're fine though. It has the best location in the whole yard. The southern sun and the morning sun is really warm in this spot, so maybe that's one of the reasons. And I like longan tree, so can't wait to try the fruit. Alright, so this is my Hass avocado tree. All the leaves is dropped now. Only left mostly is just flowers. A lot of flowers. Hopefully this year I will have some fruit. Last year I also have a lot of flowers, and a lot of them turn into some little teeny BBs size avocado. With the biggest one eventually grow to about the size of my thumb, but unfortunately all of them eventually drop, so I have no fruit from last year. The other sad thing is, last year I also tried to graft Fruity and Mexicola onto the branch right here. Unsuccessful. My guess is because the tree decided to self-terminate some of the branch, but so it didn't work. But I'm trying again this year. I have Fruity, Mexicola, Bacon, Saturno, little cobble, all grafted onto it. I was told that Hass is type A avocado, and some of these avocado varieties type B, especially Saturno. So if I'm able to successfully graft them, it will increase the chance of success to have fruit. What else I want to tell you? Oh yeah, the mystery avocado variety that I grabbed. This is the one that I got it from my sister's tree. Nobody knows what type of variety of it. It looks like hasp, but it's not hasp because the leaf, not the leaf, the fruit is have really paper green skin, and that one is growing rigorously. And look, the tree, and the first to sprout young leaves too, way before the hasp. So I'm also looking forward to have try that fruit on this tree. So keep you guys updated, and hopefully all the some of the grafts successful, and I hope it will be the first year I can have some avocado from my tree. This tree is into the 4 years in my yard now. Alright, well, this is another very interesting tree that I planted years ago. This is actually growing from seed. This is almost like probably 15, 16 feet tall. This is the seed is from a Xinjiang Fragrant pear. We're into the 6th year for this guy, and I'm happy to say that it finally have flowers. Haha, I might just have some fruit this year. What the hell? Taking so long. And last year, as I have a short video showing that I actually did grab some Asian pear. This is a century Asian pear I grabbed it last year, and look at that. We might actually have flower. This looks like a flower bud here in here. So grafting is really make fruiting much faster. Now this year I also grabbed another type of pear variety on it, Asian pear. This one's also Asian pear. This is called Dashuli. I don't know if I have tried it before, but I think Asian pear, I like the crispy texture. It's pretty good. And I also grabbed it. This is also a seedling from a different tree of the Xinjiang Fragrant pear. I grew around the same time, but grew on the pot. But then eventually, I think there's no point to keep so many trees. But this variety seems to be different. I mean, going from seed, they always mutate differently, right? So I decided to grab one of the branch onto this guy to see how it go. Amazingly, it's taking really well. Some of the characteristics seems to be showing that it's gonna be different. So hopefully, one of them come up to be good, right? The other thing I try to grab is the moongrow pear, but my guess is probably not gonna take it. So we'll see. Keep you guys updated. Hopefully I have some. I'm just happy this pear into 6 year finally have some flowers. Let's see, that's some flowers there, and that's flowers there. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, this is the Shatin Pomelo that is on the pot. I have 2 of them, one on the pot, the other one is on the ground. Last year, this guy I left it to have 1 fruit. I harvested about a month ago. The taste is a little bit disappointing, unlike the one that I had before. It was the one that I got is actually pretty bland. It's not sweet, it's not sour, not as juicy, but maybe it's because it's on the pot. And this tree is growing rigorously on the port, and we have a lot of flowers coming out on this guy as well. The one that I really like to see the fruit is the one that planted on the ground. Last year it doesn't have flower, but this year finally, check this out. Haha, we have some flowers, so I might just keep one fruit. But for whatever reason, the one that on the pot, is growing much bigger, and well, not bigger, but more vigorous in some way. And hopefully this guy can catch up. It definitely grow much taller when it go on the ground. Talking about citrus tree, my parents actually like to have a lot of, they like citrus tree. They used to own a lot of them before they passed. And they let me a lot of different kind of citrus tree. And a couple of years ago I started to grafting them onto my lemon tree. So I have mandarin, I have lime, I have kumquat, different kind of mandarin, orange. Surprisingly, citrus for me is easy to graft. This lemon tree I actually have 7 or 8, and I also start ordering some budwood from the California Citrus Clonal program. That's, by the way, it's just about the only way. Oop. Oh man, he's mad. She's mad. Sorry, that's the net. We'll go back to that tree later. So, California Citrus Clonal program. That's the only way, proper and legal way, to get citrus budwood now, because I'm in the quarantine zone. Because of this citrus disease called Huanglongbing. It's just a citrus greening disease that's killing a lot of citrus tree. So unfortunately, that's how it go. But because I also like citrus, and yeah, it's a little bit pricey to order from CCP, but just do the right thing, order from it. You're not even allowed to get budwood from your neighbor these days now. We'll keep you guys updated. I have many different variety. The last 3 that I added is including Tahitian Pomelo, which I grabbed in many tree, different tree. I have some on the Shatin Pomelo, as well as grabbed it in here. I also have gold nugget mandarin, as well as sumo mandarin. They're all my favorite citrus variety that I like to have. So we'll keep you guys updated, but yeah, a lot of them is doing very well. They're into 2nd and 3rd years, so I do expect they should have some flowers and have some different fruit coming up this year. Alright, while we're at it, we might as well talking about this tree here. This is my Michelia Alba tree. I inherited from my parents. They have it long time ago. This tree gotta be 15, 20, maybe longer. I don't remember anymore. But this year, this guy took over my tree. She netted there, and every time I walk by, he's gonna jump onto my face. I was supposed to trim it back a little bit. Because of that, I cannot do a thing. Yeah, you evil little thing. Dang. But anyway, it's nice to have some little birds flying around in the yard anyway, so can't complain. This tree is really nice. It flowers a lot in the summertime. So, oh, by the way, this year, this tree here is a flowering Magnolia tree. It's called Ricki. It flowers mainly in late winter and early spring. Now it's towards the end of the flower season. Now since it's a magnolia tree, I try to see if I can grab the Michelia arbor onto it. I got 2 of them actually. Maybe it'll work, maybe it will not. You know, I was also gonna grab this onto Michelia arbor, but because the birds over there, probably can't do it this year, but we'll see. All right. So that's the Michelia arbor tree and Ricki Magnolia, flowering magnolia. This is the Mexican papaya tree that I grow from seed. It is from a store-bought papaya that I enjoyed it and ate it. They grow prolific. I mean, this is over 3 feet tall, by the way, for less than 12 months. And the seed germination rate is so high. I just, I have literally probably close to 100 little seedling when it's, planted down in the ground. I kept it free, and this is the only one that survived winter though. The other 2, one is on the pot, the other one is on the ground in a different location. They all have root rot, but this one doing just well. And look at all this little sprout that coming out, and definitely from here too. So it's gonna do well. I hope I will have some papaya soon. Alright, this 2 is the last tropical tree that I'm gonna talk about in this video, I guess. These 2 are the Plumeria that I got last year. I just left them outside unprotected, just next to this south-facing wall. I'm not sure how well they do, how well they manage. They lost all their leaves obviously, and I hope they will survive. Maybe it's not dead. I really cannot tell. I don't have any experience dealing with them, but I was inspired to have them because not only a few blocks away, my neighbor have one of these trees in the front yard. It's pretty big, unprotected as well, and they have it over 10 years, what I was told. So I'm also interested this year, maybe I'll plant them in the ground if they survive. So in this zone 10A 9B climate, is supposed to be able to survive well, right? So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright guys, that's just about all the tropical tree that we'll talk about today. I also have other tree, but we'll save it other time to talk about it. Thank you for all your time and support for this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not. I really appreciate all your support. For the last year I have not been updating much because I've been spending a lot of time modifying my minivan into a camper van. So I might show some detail about it to you guys in a separate video. Some of the technique that I use probably. But this channel is a little bit random these days. Haven't been doing a lot of DIY video, but although I'm still doing quite a bit work. So stay tuned guys, we'll keep you updated, and again, thanks for watching, thanks for your support.